The black boxes from a passenger plane that crashed into the sea soon after takeoff in Indonesia on Saturday have been located. The Sriwijaya Air Boeing 737 was carrying 62 people when it vanished from radar on its journey to Borneo. The crash comes just days after Boeing's 737 MAX was given the green light to fly again after two recent disasters involving that different type of aircraft. Vinamra Longani is head of operations for Sarin & Co, a law firm specialising in aircraft finance, and he joins us now from Delhi in India. Hello, Vinamra.
Hello, Ali. How are you? And thank you for having me on the show.
Thank you for joining us. Can you explain to us just how damaging this latest fatal accident is for Boeing?
Well, to put things in perspective right at the outset, the aircraft involved in this accident was a Boeing 737-500. Now, this particular aircraft is considerably old. It made its first flight in May 1994 and has flown for the likes of Continental and United Airlines in the U.S. before. Now, while airlines do tend to prefer to fly newer aircraft because they have lower running costs, it is not uncommon to find planes of this age in service. So, and older models like this one, like the 737, have been widely flown and are workhorses for some of the largest airlines. So as far as this particular incident is concerned, it shouldn't really have an adverse impact on Boeing because it should sort of be looked in a separate light than the 737 MAX saga, which has been ongoing for a couple of years now.
And of course, investigations into Saturday's crash are still underway, so we don't know what caused that crash. But Boeing was once seen as vanguard of reliable and safe air travel. Would you say that that is still the case, or has its reputation been too tarnished because of its history now?
There are so many variable sort of factors involved when it comes to an aircraft investigation. There's one that I'd like to particularly highlight now, which is the relatively poor record on aviation safety in Indonesia. So, there are far too many moving pieces, and as you rightly pointed out, we won't really be able to point a finger at anybody at this point in time without sort of having clarity on information from the black boxes which have been recovered.
So do you think then that this crash is more the responsibility of aircraft maintenance and the Indonesian airline more so than Boeing?
Like I said before, it's extremely difficult to sort of pinpoint fingers at this point in time. How this would sort of pan out is the two black boxes. There's the flight data recorder and the cockpit voice recorder. Data from these will be analyzed. And according to Annex 13 of the Convention on International Civil Aviation, a preliminary report is going to be published within 30 days of the crash. Now, that report is the one to really look out for because it would be able to at least list preliminary observations to say what might have gone wrong. So we'll possibly have to wait for that to be able to figure out initially at least to figure out what went wrong.
What will Boeing be doing now in regards to the crash in Jakarta?
Well, the accident investigation process in such a situation is such that the government of the country where the crash occurred takes the lead in the investigation, which is in this case the Indonesian authorities. Also involved are investigators from the country where the aircraft was registered and the aircraft manufacturer. Interestingly, countries where engines or even other major components of this aircraft were designed and assembled are also going to be part of the investigation. So Boeing at this point in time is obviously actively involved in the air crash investigation as is mandated by the Convention on International Civil Aviation. If there is any notable issues with the aircraft, they would take immediate action and let all the other airlines flying the particular aircraft know that amendments need to be made to the SOPs, which are standard operating procedures for the particular aircraft.
Vinamra, good to hear your insights on this. Thanks for joining us.
A pleasure is all mine. Thank you and good day.